Arizona's first state in the U.S. to hold a Bitcoin treasury. Arizona became the first state to greenlight a Bitcoin reserve. Now we got to wait for the sign off, but up to 10% of the state's $31 billion in assets could be allocated to Bitcoin and other crypto. That's 10% cap, means that it could go into Bitcoin, it can go into NFTs. I hope they don't do NFTs, but they could. A fully deployed Arizona could acquire 31,000 Bitcoin, surpassing even Tesla. That's more Bitcoin than Tesla, and more Bitcoin than almost 90% of any corporation that is holding Bitcoin right now. So the state will also create a fund for seized crypto assets and future allocations, on-chain audits, and risk management protocols built in. Now, the thing about all of this is that I come from my background in security. That's actually how I got into crypto. Cryptography, cryptology, that's a study of computer encryption. That's security. That's a subset of software security. I'm very curious to see how all these states, governments are going to protect their Bitcoin. Because I remember even exchanges get hacked. Several exchanges, Bybit got hacked. Now, what happens when one of these governments get hacked? What happens if the federal government gets hacked? What happens if Arizona gets hacked? That's going to be horrible, man. That actually could cause a war. You got to remember this in the city. Remember, Bybit was more than likely hacked by North Korean hackers. You want to see what World War III could be started? Imagine in a situation 10 years down the line, if the United States has $1 trillion in Bitcoin. Let's just say, just for argument's sake, and then North Korea hacks it. You don't believe we're going to war over that? You don't believe we'll bomb them over that? That's a real threat that a lot of people aren't talking about, is that, and it's going to also be a big target, because if you are able to hack into the United States or any other state's crypto reserves or Bitcoin reserves, you not only get the money, you also hit your enemy in a way that he cannot recover from, because Bitcoin can't be recovered or it can't be sent back once they got it. So you've hit your opponent financially, and you've also got a financial gain on yourself.